Hi there folks, and welcome to this easiest way to learn C programming. In this video, I will show you how to learn C coding in an easiest way that you can imagine. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So let me go ahead and maximize this editor, and as you may have noticed, I have created this file a while ago and I name it ex84_allocating memory for strings.c. So today we're going to learn about allocating memory for strings, and we're going to practice making codes, and this is the best way to learn coding. More hands-on exercises, and at the end of this video I highly encourage you to answer the question because it's the best way to teach yourself in C programming. So allocating memory for strings. When allocating memory for a string pointer, you may want to use a string length rather than the sizeof operator for calculating bytes. So to better understand this, let me go ahead and complete this example in here. So we need to add a library, a string library, since we'll be using the strcpy function that is under the string h library. So we need to add the library in here before we can use the function. So let me go ahead and add this now, and let me continue with this set of codes. So here is the complete set of our codes. So let's go ahead and run this real quick. Compile and run first, and we should be getting similar to this. You should be getting the similar as to you should be getting these values. So the str20 size is 20, str20 has a length of 5, and so it has 5 values. So here is the result when we try to compile and run this, which is correct. So again, when allocating memory for a string pointer, you may want to use string length rather than the sizeof operator for calculating the bytes. And this approach is better memory management because you aren't allocating more space than is needed to a pointer. When using strlength to determine the number of bytes needed for a string, be sure to include 1 extra byte for the null character. A character is always 1 byte, so there is no need to multiply the memory requirements by the size of character. Just a quick note of this line on line 6. On line 6, it is a set of an array of type character which can take up to 20 characters. Null characters is already included. So it's going to be indexed from 0 to 19, or it means a string of 1 character plus null, or up to 18 characters plus null. While on this line, line 7, character pointer string is equal to null is a set of pointer of type character which points to an unknown memory address at this moment, which can take a string or the address of the first element of an array of characters. And strcpy on this line, strcpy 20, and then we have assigned the 1 to on this line on line 9, the strcpy string copy. So this function does a copy of string to a destination memory space large enough to accept the size of the source string memory space, or it will introduce a buffer overflow, including the null character. So what is done here? It does a copy of 1 to 345, this one, to string to the str20. So what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It is an implicit characters array or string with an implicit null. And you might be asking how many characters are in this string. 5 explicitly visible. So 5 explicitly available and 1 invisible, and that is the null character. So there is a copy of 6 characters in the memory space able to support up to 20 characters. And on this line, the str is equal to malloc strlen str20 plus 1. This take it inner to the outer. So the strlen returns the number of characters in the string including the null. So str20 has 5 characters if we exclude the null character. But if we do not set a null to a string, the buffer will be read until it encounters a null. So we have a buffer overflows. So we have to tell to malloc to reserve 5 characters plus 1 for null character, and returns the address to the str pointer or string pointer. And after this, we do a copy of str20 to strs they have the same size, and print it to the string. You have to make the difference between the size of the buffer able to take a string of a size up to the buffer size or less, and the size of the string is the string in the buffer. So consider the str20 as a room able to occupied by 20 people, but this room could be occupied by less than 20 people as well. And that's it for this video. And before we wrap up, let's go ahead and test your knowledge. I have here a little exercise for you on this tab. So I want you to fill in the blanks to allocate 42 bytes for the string character. So as you may have noticed, there's 2 missing blanks in here, 2 missing information that needs to be filled in. And if you already know the answer, please put it in the comment section below. Thank you.